Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today it's Spitfire Thursdays, everybody. So we have got issue 54 of Build a Spitfire. We're actually going to be doing some building today. We've got one of the flaps to put on the Spitfire today, so I'm really looking forward to this issue. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Right, so the first thing we need to do is we've got this hinge here, and what we need to do is we need to put a hinge pin through it, if I can pick it up. Now in this it says that the hinge pins, because the hinges, we've got two of them, this is labelled with a 3 on it, so we need to make sure we correspond with the right hinge, because there is a difference. Okay, so we've put that on now. Next we need to bring over the left wing flap, and what it's wanting us to do is basically put this onto it. Now I'm just seeing which way it goes round. So it goes round this way, just like that. So I'm just going to try and leave that in place for now. What it wants us to do next is to get the next one. This is labelled with a 4 on it, and it's asking us to put this in place as well. So that's the 4, and again, making sure we get this the right way around, it wants us to put that into place. Okay, right, so the next thing we need to do, we've got these two pieces here. These came on a sprue. These are the hinge fixing plates, and what we need to do is we need to basically put them on the right one. So it's asking me to do L1 first. So L1 is this one to go on this side, and then we've got an L2 to go on the other side. So there is a difference between them, but we need to glue these in place. So I'll bring me a little glue pot across. And we'll get these in place. Now it says to put glue on these bits, but I'm not actually going to do that. I'm actually going to put it on here, because I've got a tendency when picking parts up that I've got glue on, I've got a tendency to get glue all over myself, so I don't want that to happen. So we're going to do it this way instead. Okay, that's now in place, and I'm just going to put this bit, stuff like that always happens to me. Right, so let's just put this pin in. Doesn't want to go back in. Okay, so we've got that bit in first. We'll get this bit in. Okay, I'm just going to take that one out for now, because what I want to do is just to hold that in place, I just want to put a clamp on it. You see, it's come out, so it just proves, and I've got glue all over me, excuse me, that this definitely needs a clamp on it. So we'll go again. Very, very small pieces in this issue. I'm hoping for my next delivery of Spitfire to come in the next few days, because I've got no more parts for next week. Right, okay, so we'll try again. Right, so that's now in place. Just going to hold my finger on that one just for a little bit, and then what I'll do is I'll get a clamp in place just to make sure that goes down. No, guess what? It's stuck to the clamp. This really does not want to go in. Right, let's try again. Right, put the pin into place. So we put the pin into place. As you can see, I don't edit my videos because if you're going to have issues yourself, then it just shows you that I'm having the issues as well. Right, so pin into place. Onto here, I might have to put some more glue on. This just doesn't want to go. Oh dear. It's one of them builds. Right, so that's now in place. I'm going to put some more glue on. Because I think that other glue is definitely dried now. And then we'll put this part on. Right, that part's now on. Okay, I'm just going to hold my finger on it just for a few seconds. Hopefully it will stay in place. And then, I'll do it from this way this time. I want to put a clamp on it. Right, so that's now done. We'll try the other side. Try. Right. I think the best thing to do is to put the glue on first, then the pin, then the top. But we'll get that ready. Can't believe that happened. Right, so I've got some glue on now. Let's get that part into place. Right, okay. I'm going to hold that in place. Then I'm just going to move this clamp over to the other side. Right, okay. We successfully got there in the end. Oh dear, dear me. Right, so I don't need my glue anymore. So I'm just going to turn the page of the magazine over, because the next thing we need to do is we need to put this flap onto the actual wing. So bringing the model across. It's this one wing we're doing the left. Now what it's saying in the magazine is to make sure that this bit here that we've done is seated properly in between it. So I've got that seated properly. Then what we need to do is we actually need to attach this flap. So I'm just going to take that clamp off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a screw lined up on my screwdriver. This has been screwed in with PB 1.7 times 3mm screws. I'm just going to try and get one started if I can. This is really not going my way today, because things really do not want to line up. Nope, that's not wanting to go in. Right, let's take that screw. It's just one of them builds where things just don't want to happen. Right, so let's try it the other side. So I'll get another screw. Just making sure this is going on the right way, which it is. Might need to move the Spitfire, just adjust that on the stand so I can get this flap in. Oh, Right, that's it in at one end. I'm going to try and get it in at the other end. Right, this does not want to fit on for some unknown reason. So let's have a look. Right, so it's in at this end. Right, I'm just going to assess this and come back to you. Right guys, I'm back. So what it was is I had the hinge parts the wrong way around. So it's the old saying, I make mistakes so you don't have to. And tell you the truth, that was a pretty huge mistake. So these should line up now, which they do perfectly. Right, get this other one in and then we can get it screwed down into place. Now it says not to over tighten them, so I'm just doing mine what I call finger tight. I don't think this stand is designed for this model in a way. Could have done with a better stand. Okay, so we'll get the next one in. And then we'll get the last screw in. And I would call that slightly issue, yeah. Slightly a bit of an issue. But they're in place now. And that is that issue done. So yeah, we've created another wing flap, just like there. And yeah, so if I can try and get this back on its the way it should be, yeah, I think this stand is going to become a bit obsolete soon, to tell you the truth, because that doesn't coincide unless I take a little bit of this bit out here. Yeah, that flap's not going to be able to be hooked up, and I do believe it's going to be hooked up to a motor or something. So anyway, so yeah, bit of a laughable, bit of a disaster of an issue, that one for me, but that's issue 54 done. Well, that's it for Spitfire Thursdays, everybody. What a pain that was in that issue. Really just don't understand why I had so many problems in one issue. Then things are just so fiddly. When you think you got an easy issue and you don't have an easy issue, what can you do? Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell and be notified of any future videos. But as for always, guys, stay safe and bye for now. I'd just like to give a shout out to all my patrons that help and support the channel. Please check out their channels on YouTube as well, and thank you very much for watching.